Morning. Morning. How was your stay? Nice area to be in, right?
Oh yeah, it was great.
This is a great area.
They could, my husband and I went to dinner, and they picked up a few things, and they found
Yeah, this area is awesome. It is. Hey, how are you? You all excited? You going on the boat?
No, not there. Not that way. Let's see where he put this.
Want to help me? Watch ahead when you get in. You're going to go in the back, right?
I want to go to the front. I want to go to the front.
You can sit in the front row
Mother, I want to go straight down.
Everyone, Sab and Safta seem to be here. Leave for Saba. Hey, what are you doing here? Are you going to the boat? Yeah. Are you excited? Watch your feet. There you go. There you go.
I sit in the front.
You sit in the front.
Ooh, the back. Hello.
Is this everybody?
Yeah.
Ready to go? Okay.
Let's go.
Do you all have your passports? Yeah, you have to show them.
Let's go.
Documents, that's all.
I was wondering how you were going to get in there with all the people over there.
Yeah, we stay over here and wait. It's a very bad in and out situation over there. Yeah.
boats do they have leaving today?
Looked like about 6.
Yeah, wow.
Which is, yeah, this was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney just permanently moved here last Thanksgiving. So this Thanksgiving was 1 year that Disney built a terminal here, and they left Miami, and now they're here.
Well, that's
I don't know why. They had a chance to. They had probably had something to do with building the terminal, because the new trend is letting the cruise lines build their own terminals,
right.
and Disney built the terminal right here. Actually, we're gonna pass the Disney terminal. Yeah, we'll pass it. I'll show it to you. So they could have built one in Miami, but I don't know what happened that they weren't allowed to or didn't want to, because other terminals are getting built right now in Miami. But there's only 2 terminals built here, Celebrity and Miami. But in Miami, there's several. There's MSC, Virgin, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. Yeah, there's 4 built in Miami.
Well, I much prefer flying into Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah, it's so great. It's right
So
here.
much, yeah.
That's what I tell people when they ask me where do I live and what do I think. I'm like, I live in Fort Lauderdale Beach. I live right around here. I mean, there's nothing like living where everything is within a couple of miles.
Right.
You have the beach, you have the cruise ships, you have the airport. The beach, cruise ships, airport, you got the train. Plus we have a high-speed train now that Richard Branson built called the Bright Line, which goes from Miami to Fort Lauderdale to Boca to Orlando, high 80 miles an hour. Unbelievable train. The fastest train in America. It's right here. And then also we got the downtown. We got the casino, the Hard Rock Casino, which is the biggest casino and the best casino in Florida. It's right here in Hollywood, which is right by Fort Lauderdale. If you were in Miami, you'd be driving 40 minutes to an hour to get there. So those reasons why Fort Lauderdale is really the best place to live, because everything is so close and right on top of each other. And especially if you have a boat. I mean, if you have a boat, this is the Venice of America, they call it, because of all the waterways we have here. Man-made waterways to make this real estate really precious. People have so much access to the ocean if they live on the water. People with yachts, and they want to keep the boat in their backyard. This is where they want to be, so they can keep the boat in their backyard.
But the price of housing has gone up a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's gone up. It's gone up. Yeah, I mean it goes up. It goes up every year. Yeah, no matter what, it's going to go up. Yeah. Well, you're in one of the most special places in the world. You know, it's not going to go down ever.
Oh.
So no matter what it costs, right? It'll always cost more. Is it out of reach to a lot of people? Yes, unfortunately it is. But there's one good thing about that is no matter how much it costs, it's going to go up. Eventually somebody's going to knock down your house here, and they're going to build another one, because we have cast iron pipes here that were from the 50s, and eventually when those pipes go bad, if it's in a good enough piece of land, they just knock down the house and redo the whole house, because it's too much of a pain in the neck to try to get all the pipes changed underneath the house. But they're bound to go. They only last up to 100 years. So if they were put in the 50s, it's already 75 years. Other than that, the houses would last forever if it wasn't for the cast iron pipes. The hurricane-proof the houses, so they would literally last forever.
Where is the boardwalk from here?
They have a Hollywood boardwalk. Is that what you're talking about? Just south. That's just south of here. You'd have to take the main street that we were on, where the Whole Foods was, because you can't take the ocean here, because the ocean opens up for the cruise ships to go out.
Right.
And there's no bridge that goes higher than that. So unfortunately, when you get to the beach over here, you can't make a right, because that's where the cruise ships go out. So there's maybe 4 places in Florida that you can't drive the beach all the way down. So that's because the cruise ships go out of Miami, which is at the very end. So there's nothing south of where Miami ships go out. There's nothing south of that. The Keys start after that. But if if you take the ocean from Miami, it stops right after the boardwalk in Hollywood. It stops right here because right after you get to Hollywood from Miami, that's where it dead ends because that's where the Port Everglades cruise ships go out. And then if you keep going,
Hello.
you gotta, I guess, go to Boca. The next inlet is in Boca, and you gotta go around that inlet too. I think there might be a bridge there. Yeah, because no cruise ships go out. Yeah. This is the biggest drawbridge in Florida right here, the straight ahead. That's the biggest drawbridge in Florida. It looks like the bridge is going up right now because that light's red. That light's never red. So if that light's red, you're gonna see the things coming down right now. Watch, like this. And then that bridge is gonna go up. And that bridge is long. That bridge is 20 minutes. So when you get stuck at that bridge and you're in a hurry, you really step back. See the guard gate going down? Yeah, that bridge is going to go up. Watch how big it is. It's huge. I'll tell you something else. You see that flying saucer thing on top of that building?
I see.
That's called Pier 66 because the waterway there is a pier and they call it 66. And you remember back in the day there used to be a Phillips 56 Petroleum?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that owned Phillips 66, like a lot of the old-time Americans, all them made their money in oil. A lot of the old-time Americans, you know, like the Rockefellers and the J.P. Morgans and stuff, they made all their money in oil. Well, he was one of them. This guy, I don't know his name, but he had a fascination with the number 66 for some reason. So he bought this land back in the 30s or whatever it was, built that building, and that building that upstairs turns like that, and it takes 66 minutes for it to turn all the way around. And everything about, there's 66 rooms in that building. And everything about that building is 66.
Strange.
And they just it was closed down for a couple of years. What you're looking at is a complete renovation and it's not even open yet. Because right next to it are these condos and townhouses that are worth a fortune that are built on that same property. So when it came time for them to renovate that Pier 66 building and that flying saucer restaurant upstairs, they decided we're not tearing this down. This is too special. This is very, very special that this guy from Phillips 66 built this. And today it's very hard to build something like that where it turns and all that. So they wound up renovating it. It's been closed for over a year. They wound up renovating the whole thing, developing the property, and now it's getting ready to open next year. Yeah, so it'll still be called, it's going to be called Pier 66 Hotel and Marina, and then you can also live there. There's going to be condos and townhouses there now too, yeah.
Look at the road.
The only reason that bridge opens is because of a sailboat. So every yacht could fit underneath there. The only thing that can't fit underneath there is a sailboat.
Big mast.
The mast, yeah. If you really look, you should see it. It's either going to go this way or go there. I see it. It's going this way. So watch right. Look at those palm trees, right? And then look at the right side of the palm trees. In about 10 seconds, you're going to see a mast slowly go this way. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, there it is.
There it is.
So that's the sailboat that the bridge needed to open. So now the bridge is going to go down. Yeah.
One boat. Huh.
So everybody that lives in the water on this side, most of them can get out to the ocean without having to get under a bridge. But if you have a sailboat, you have to radio the guy that controls the bridge, and he opens it for you. And the more inland you go, the smaller the bridges, and obviously the less expensive the homes. Watch this.
No, go.
Okay, see all this? See how perfect those waterways are?
Yeah.
The Army did that back in the day. Look at this. People live. People live on here. See the homes? People live. See the houses?
I see.
So each one of those houses is a couple of $1 million, let's say. And this is called the Las Olas Waterway right here, which is downtown Fort Lauderdale. So look how perfect everything is. See? Look how perfect all the Army. Look how the Army did that. Look, the Army made an island over here. That's an island. That the only way you can get on that island is that little bridge. So if you live on the waterway over here, you could put a boat in your backyard right here, and then you go right out to the ocean, which is right here where the cruise ships are. This is where all the cruise ships are right here. This is how you get out to the ocean. So if you live here, then you would just take your boat out and yeah. So that's what's special about. So they call it Venice. This area, this street's called Venice, because Venice, Italy. Look how beautiful, look how perfect and symmetrical that all is. It's amazing how they did that and why they did that. But they just somehow, back in the day, probably had businesses there, not houses. Those were probably all businesses, and you know, when goods and services needed to travel up and down the East Coast, there was no train. That was before the train. So they had the way they got stuff from the Caribbean and up and down the East Coast was from this waterway, from the intercoastal waterway. Because this waterway right here goes all the way up, right there. That's the way you would deliver. That's the way you would deliver all goods through this waterway. But just like Miami, these ports were not made for this many ships,
Right.
with as big as the ships are today. Because back then there was probably 1,500 people on the ship, back when they built the port. And now it's 8,000. And there's a guard gate here. So every car has to stop for a guard gate, and they check the cars. They check. They're not going to check this or you, but all these other cars, they open up the trunk. They want to see a passport. So we're waiting to get through that guard gate. Yeah. And I anticipate it being, I would say, at this rate, a half hour. I mean, before we get to the guard gate, a half hour before we get to the guard gate. Yeah, I would think.
So we'll get to the real place by 1, right?
You mean the ship?
Yeah, you know, the check-in place.
Yeah, you should be there before 1, yeah. Yeah, once we get past the guard gate, it's 10 minutes. But it might take a half hour to get to the guard gate. Let's see, it's 10 after 12. Let's see what time it is when we get to the guard gate. And all these people are blocking the intersection, so these cars can't go now. And nope, there's supposed to be a police officer there.
I was going to say, they don't have any police.
No, they're supposed to be. Look, they're all blocking the intersection. Now this light's going to turn green, and these people can't go. Yeah, there needs to be a police officer. See, look, it's all blocked. See? Terrible, terrible, terrible. As a driver, it really gets under my skin. Look at this. Terrible. Oh, one lane can get through. And now 2 lanes can get through. Yeah, they put these cones here, I guess, so those people can't merge in. That's what these cones are here for, I guess, because people don't want to wait in this line, so that they would go up here and cut in and then block the traffic. But I don't think that's such a good idea having these cones here. I don't understand why. People are still going to go around the cones and make a right. Terrible. Look at this. Terrible. Oh boy. Where's the police when you need them? They're supposed to have.
Oh, there is police up there.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there. They're not doing nothing up there. But when you get into the port, there's a police officer that has the remote control for the light, and he controls the light with a remote control, a hardwired remote control, and that's what they need here. They need that here.
Looking pretty good now.
Yeah, so the guard gate is pretty much where that light is up there. Probably got 60 cars, 70 cars ahead of us. This is a new hotel that's being built right here. Taking the shortcut. They're smart, these people right here. All the Ubers and taxis know about the shortcut. They're very smart. Very smart. Yeah, because back in the day, this was really commercial. It became, this was where all the military ships came. That's why they call it Fort. Fort Lauderdale was a military installation. That street we were just on was called Eisenhower. This street we're on is called Eisenhower. Because the SS Eisenhower used to be docked here. The SS Lauderdale used to be docked here. And there's some military ships that come and go out of Fort Lauderdale. Battleships, carriers. That's why there's security here. That's why there's a guard gate. There's no military ships that go to Miami. That's why Miami doesn't have a guard gate, and tourists are allowed to go back and forth on and off the island. Here, tourists are not allowed to go past this guard gate unless you have credentials, unless you're going on a cruise. Right, permits.
You got a new wastewater treatment center right there.
Yeah, they also have our power plant in here too, and they have a cement plant here too. Those big towers are for cement making. So it's not really geared towards tourism the way it could be. This area is very, very expensive, this land, and it's not really geared towards the tourism. It's geared towards more industrial and shipping and you know, generating clean water, generating electric, generating concrete. And they can't change it. You can't move a power plant. You can't move a water treatment plant. And I don't know that you can move a concrete plant. But they did build the Disney terminal here, which was not there before. So that's just another thing that they added. And the Disney ship's not here today. Good thing, because if the Disney ship was here, it would be right here. It would be even more crowded. It was here yesterday, the Disney Dream. So here, the Celebrity Eclipse and you're going on the Ascent, right? So
Right.
Oh, that's good. You're lucky. You know why? Because there's two celebrities here, and usually the better celebrity goes into the celebrity terminal, and the secondary celebrity goes into a regular Broward County terminal.
Oh.
So you're going to the nice, not brand new, but the nice celebrity terminal that they built, which is 25. Celebrity Eclipse at 29 is just in a generic Fort Lauderdale terminal. There's nothing special about that. Yeah. So that means that the Ascent is better than the Eclipse.
It's a newer ship, I know that.
The Ascent?
Yeah.
That's why it's always the newer and the better ship goes to the main terminal, and then the secondary lesser quality ship or less new goes to this generic terminal, because there's only one terminal on each cruise line. If they have a terminal, they only have one.
No.
See, oh, this is coral right here. When you dig down in the ground here, that's what comes out, coral. And that's what they used to build. All the foundations, all the highways, everything is coral around here. Because it's free and it's strong. Coral is very strong.
So how many drives will you make today?
Today I'm doing 8, I think. 8, yeah.
People coming in, people going out.
Yeah, in the morning I take people off the ship. Then I bring people to the ship. Then I pick people up at the airport, bring them to the hotel for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was right. A half hour because it's 12:20, and I think we got at least another 10 minutes, at least, if not longer. So we keep all our gas inside these giant tanks right here. And see the gas goes from the tanks into the gas trucks to go deliver it to the gas stations. And then when we have a hurricane, they take the gas out of the tanks because you're not allowed to drive the gas tanks into the hurricane, and the hurricane's always coming up north. So when there's a hurricane, this area is filled with trucks to put gas in to deliver to the gas stations because gas can come from other states. So look, if you look to the left, you could see the top of the Princess ship. That's Princess Terminal 2. And that's the only terminal that's before the guard gate. So if you're traveling on Princess, you actually don't have to go through the guard gate, which is very weird. I guess because there's no gas or anything over there. There's no sensitive information, no sensitive facilities. But once you get past the guard gate, that's where it's more sensitive with military and gas. Yeah, but I guess over here it's not. Hey, Roger. I'm in line to go to Port Everglades. I got to be in Doral at 3, but if I go to lunch, it's got to be in Miami. I have to get out of Fort Lauderdale. I have to go to Miami. No, I can't. I have to leave and go to Miami. 3 o'clock in Doral. All right. Thanks anyway. Bye. Man, I'm noticing a lot of license plate readers all over the place now that I look around. All license plate readers all hanging all over these poles. Very secure. Very secure. So this is Disney right here. This parking garage is Disney's. This is brand new. This was built last Thanksgiving. So there's not going to be anybody in this parking garage because there's no Disney ship. But when Disney's here, you could see it right there, right after the guard gate, this way.
Remember when we got on the bus in first Barcelona, and our driver, we were in a kind of a little car, and he went around that circle down by the port, and a bus veered right into us, and it hit the side of the car just where I was sitting in the back seat. And I heard the crush of the metal like nothing. It was like nothing. That bus.
And he kept going.
And he cursed, but he didn't stop. He got us to the port. What's he going to tell his boss? Or his insurance company, he'll make something up. That was a mess. That was something. That crumpled metal sound, you know? I thought it was over. And he looked at the bus driver, and he didn't care. He was fat. The bus driver didn't care, and he didn't care, and then nobody wanted to get out. So everybody just kept going.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nicholas.
Thank you. So there's the Royal Caribbean ship right there.
That's not ours.
That's not our boat.
That's the bigger one.
Do you not? Thank you, baby. Only see you with books.
California Voyager.
Is that a foil?
Yes, yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Is that a cable?
My Coke's there. Over there.
It might be an oil.
Over there. Coke's. Poultice. Fruit.
Oh no, what happened here? Oh, the traffic's even backed up after the guard gate? Oh, wow. Look at this. I said we would get to the guard gate at 12:30. It's 12:27.
I think you've done this before.
12:27.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Good. All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes earlier we got here than I thought. Oh wow, there's a line here too. That's great. That's great. Are you on the Accent?
Yes.
Yeah, there it is on the left. You can see it. The top of it. See? Accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, there's two princess ships here.
Yeah. Well, we're not supposed
It Coke's there, another one.
I don't think so. I mean, you don't see it when you're dropping luggage. I mean, I haven't gone on a cruise ship in the United States in a long time. So you're allowed to bring alcohol. I thought that they allow something.
They probably now do all right.
They allow a bottle of wine,
Yeah. It's not something I do, so I don't do.
not liquor.
Hey, it's America.
Nanos.
Yeah, that's a-
Ma,
see, look, they're moving. See how they're moving?
Yeah. Yeah, there's only this light, and then there's only one other light after that.
Okay.
So it's this light, and then one other light, and then there's no more lights.
Which one?
Over there.
It says see it better in a minute.
Cannot see it. I can't see it.
We'll see in a second.
Wow, look at that road.
Yeah, they're building. It looks like they're building a wall here.
That road.
Why, they want to make it slower?
Well, I don't know. Look at that trench. It looks like that would be a wall.
Yeah.
I don't know why they'd be digging all the way down there unless they're building a foundation footer for a wall. Probably don't want nobody walking across because when it gets crowded, people start walking around with their luggage around here.
We saw people walking with their luggage.
Yeah, you're not allowed to, and it's hard for them to turn away because they have this do no harm policy where you cannot harm you can't harm a tourist no matter what. Even if you tell them to turn around and walk the other way, that's considered harm in a way. So when a tourist is walking in a place which they're not supposed to walk, they have to do their job and say you can't be here. But so that wall is so people don't come across, because people get dropped off over there and then walk to the ship because it's all full of cars. They're trying to eliminate anybody walking anywhere. They're taking away. See, like there's no sidewalk over there. See, they do that on purpose. There's no sidewalk. See how they put the fence all the way over there?
They should send you a link for all the safety stuff, and if you go through it all ahead of time, it goes faster. No, they just sent me an email, so I acknowledge. Yonatan, no! Oh, he messed it up.
Look at this person right in the middle of the intersection. Really smart. Really good.
Thanks a lot.
I wasn't gonna make the light anyway.
Stay away. See, they sent a link to this email. You gotta go in there and oh, well, you're ahead of me.
They cannot see me. We won't.
It's blocked by this one. We'll see it in a second. Okay, see the blue and
Oh, yeah,
all the
I
way
see.
in the back.
Yeah, I see.
ASC.
I see. Yeah, I see.
Okay. Okay, I completed that. All you have to do is visit Assembly Station. Okay, another thing easy to do now. See all the boats
See, all these containers all have refrigerators on them. This is how they store all the food when the food comes in and out of the country. Those are giant refrigerators and freezers right there.
I'm tired.
This light, the police officer controls this light. See him over there?
Yeah.
He's got a cable, and he can turn this light on and off. So that's what he's doing right now. That's why this light's. That's why this. Go, go, go! That's why this light's so long. Yay! Yay!
That cop must have gone to your high school. You know the guy, right?
Oh, I see.
You see it now? See, we're getting close.
No, my cold friend. In the car. אמא, מה נעשה שניה?
מה?
מה נעשה שניה?
את צריכה לעשות כמו בשדה. אבל פחות זמן כבר.
מה?
לא כמו בשדה.
לא.
That must be how in America, right?
אז תישאר פה.
listen.
No.
The other guys is over here.
Grab that door handle if you want right there. That door handle? Yeah. All right, everybody watch your head.